All right, guys, Nick Drossos, and welcome to another Q&A. So I got a question today. Again, Nick, does KRAV MAGA work? Is the KRAV MAGA I'm training, is it good? Is it bad? How do I know? Help me out. So before we start, guys, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com, for your complete self-defense tutorial. I have the Women's Self-Defense Program, real-world scenarios, combat conditioning, brand new fight analysis. I post brand new videos weekly. It's only $10 a month. I also have my hero program as well. If you want to do some one-on-one training, go check it out at nickdrossos.com. Now, the good, the bad, and the ugly of KRAV MAGA. So I've trained with about 6 instructors over my 20 years, and only 2, and in those 2, only 1 would I bring my son and my sister and say, here, train them. And I'm not saying that they were better because of their techniques or their moves. They were better because of the way they put together their training, their classes, the personal experience that they had and that they brought to the training. So when you're looking at KRAV MAGA, it's become a business. Even myself, and I'm gonna, some of my titles are for KRAV MAGA. Obviously, when people hear KRAV MAGA, they're going to click, they're going to watch it. It does better than self-defense. So there is a marketing aspect to it, and I'm being completely honest and transparent with you guys. Now, when we're looking at the system itself, there are some great, concepts and strategies and techniques and moves, more or less, that they teach. And there's some that is very, very debatable. Now, I'm certified in KRAV MAGA, and what I did is I took the good and some of the stuff I wasn't too sure. I pressure tested, some I kept, some I modified it, and some other stuff I completely deleted from what I teach. So what the common denominator is the trainer and how he's going to present the information and the system to you, right? If your KRAV MAGA is very technical, 1, 2, 3, if it's very rehearsed, if it's very, if you're not doing drills and scenarios, if you're not doing at least some kind of sparring, pressure testing, rolling, you should be seriously questioning what you're learning, right? At some point, if you're gonna fight, you gotta learn how to fight. Now, that being said, I've trained the 45, the 50, the 60-year-old. I've obviously modified their workouts and their training for them. Obviously, I'm not going to take the 55-year-old woman and put her in a sparring match in a cage. However, I am going to pressure test full out. I am going to put on the helmet. I am going to put on the gear and do some scenarios so she could experience some kind of contact to a certain level where she will not panic and freeze and short circuit if it were to happen in real life. So, if your KRAV MAGA doesn't consist of any of that, then you're not training properly. If your KRAV MAGA is very technical, because some of the stuff they teach is very like, you disarm the gun and you go 1, 2, 3 and the attacker doesn't move. When I see that, I question the complete type of training of this instructor. Meaning, if you're disarming a knife and you're disarming a gun in training, his reaction should be to charge you, because now his life is in danger and he's going to be coming after you. The idea that he's just going to sit still and let you pull off 1 to 3 to 5 moves without him moving are not realistic. Not to say that the movements they're teaching are not realistic, but the response and the drill to it is unrealistic. So if I take the gun defense that I've learned in KRAV MAGA and then I add a scenario and I add some counter attack to it, to the movement, then it starts to automatically change and become more realistic. So you want to be looking out for that when you're doing your KRAV MAGA training. Now, I'm not here to say KRAV MAGA is the best system or the worst system. Again, what I'm going to say is look at the instructor, forget about the belt and the title and all that shit. Look at the content, look at the drills, the pressure testing. Make sure they're teaching you from the fight, not from the punch, but from the moment you make visual or intuitive contact. Make sure you experience verbal diffusion, de-escalating tactics. You understand the psychology, and then the physical. So all of that to say, guys, keep your mind open. Don't look at only the titles and the belts and all that shit. Really look at the content per se and what's being taught. What I want to do for you guys, I want to show you guys how to think for yourselves. I look at videos and I know right away if this guy's bullshit or not, if he has experience or not. Within 30 seconds of watching a video, I could tell. How can I tell? I worked in clubs. I've seen people get shot. I've people get stabbed. I've had my fair, of 2 beatings that I took, and I say it openly. I'm never claiming that I'm the biggest, baddest, toughest guy in the world. But what I can tell you at 100% or 99% is that everything I teach, I've experienced, I've pressure tested, and I can prove through drills and exercises and scenarios that it works, right? So when we look at Krav Maga, there's parts of Krav Maga, there's parts of MMA, there's parts of self-defense, there's parts of Jiu-Jitsu in there that are put together. So I'm kind of going off topic. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, any questions, leave them in the comment box. Guys, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com, for your complete self-defense tutorial. I have, like I said, real world scenarios, my brand new fight analysis, access to my seminar, my kids anti-bullying program, and I'm posting brand new videos weekly. As well as if you want to do some one-on-one training with me, you can. Just go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. Stay safe and stand strong.